that all?
I'm really sorry for waiting. 2 reasons. First, leave that aside. Thank you. Elio only gave me one instruction. Elio's scripts used to revolve and expand around certain specific Stellarons. Do you still remember the medical cabin I told you about? It is the cradle of my vitality. The timescale of Dreamflux.
Something on your mind? No wonder Miss Acheron is so averse to drawing her blade. It's hard to imagine such terrifying power. Don't feel burdened by this, even without that stellar. During your investigation, he shared a vital piece of information. Mikhail, but this is precisely where the problem lies. You were clearly, and now with Firefly mentioning his name. Before we found you, she'd already revealed. Who would have thought that the Molten Knight's true identity was actually a young girl? But she didn't reveal. I hope you've regained a little composure.
Keep going straight down this alley and it'll lead to an elevator. It'll take us to the center of the land of the exiles.
Looks good.
Did you all tell me what I should do?
Hi there, friend. I hear the watchmaker's... Is that all?
What a huge clock key. Looks like the watchmaker also left his mark on Dreamflux Reef. Unbelievable. To think there's a settlement of this size within the dreamscape. And all beyond the family's reach. The atmosphere in this fortress is...
When I first saw it, what's even more bizarre is that this place is also separated into...
Though both dreamscapes have distinct styles, But there's no point in...
Take a right turn at the end of this road and you'll reach the trade.
Not coming with us?
The Astral Express likely needs room.
Sure. Let's Letting her go was the right decision. Further observations are needed before we Let's go. He's right of the Reverie Hotel's bellboy. How did he end up? We'd better check.
Perfect for me, and perfectly legal for me to stay in.
Looks good. Ha!
Let's see how you handle a stroke of genius like this.
Ta!
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor. I tried to warn you too.
Ta!
Done for! Done for!
Looks good.
So this is the so-called freedom of organic life forms.
Ta!
Let's have a toast to dreamscape, stranger.
So this is the so-called freedom of organic life forms.
Looks good.
I'm just a wallflower. Nothing ever beats a good drink.
Are you really leaving?
Looks good. Is that all?
I'm about to leave the dreamscape forever.
You're the guest from...
Hello, Misha. I'm Welt. Oh,
Tick-tock! Old friend!
you're...
No. How did you two get here?
So, this...
Yep. After my work in the beautiful Dream ends, I'll go back home. Commuting used to be...
this... sleepy.
Sleepy is a memory zone meme. Look,
Based on the description, that meme is indisputably death.
death? Not in a dream, surely. Sleepy's just a little aggressive.
I see. Has it brought back any guests recently?
I see. Then you'll have to speak with Gallagher. But, is it Miss Robin?
Just as I thought.
If you're looking for Miss Robin, I can lead the way.
If it's not too much trouble. Also, we're looking
Oh, how about this? Since it's your first time here, she's gone to Mrs. Grace's to visit.
All right, then. Well, we now know the answer to both murder cases that have... Yes, that's my thinking as well. Say, you mentioned before... I can't shake off this... forget it. It's...
This trash can is perfect for me. And perfect for me to stay.
Everyone, look! Oh, so... Look! There she is!
My calculations are finally... Who are you? I'm Kami. a dream. See that huge gaping hole? But the scary part is, by constantly improving after 10 system out.
Please.
You don't say.
Oh, do you know her?
We're very interested.
Why, of course. Regrettably, due to the... I came to Penacony to learn more about my... I felt it. The source...
Does the name Madame Rosalina sound... That's right. It seems like she did a great...
Miss Katie regularly mentions her. I hear. Our destination is the commercial district. That's where the largest crowds gather in Dreamflux Reef. We might be able to find the others there. Let me...
Ghost! There's a ghost!
Oh my. There you are. Quickly, come help.
Let me go! Let me go!
Well, this is how it... Ha ha, you're a wreck. He thinks he's dead.
Dear guest,
That's right. Did you...
You're talking to someone invisible. Stop asking!
You're not...
Don't say that name!
Attack!
Until everything burns to ashes!
Lend me your strength.
Set the seas ablaze!
He passed out. His...
I see.
unlike in the Sweet Dream, people here don't see Memory Zone memes as dangerous but we can't just leave this man here.
We can ask Jessie for help. I've gotten to know many locals while waiting for you guys. Everyone here is living a self-sufficient life. I don't know how to describe it, but this place feels like the real dreamscape.
This Randall family will be done for! Done for!
Let's see how you handle a stroke of genius like this.
Evening, Jessie.
Welcome, Miss March.
These two are my friends.
There have been a lot of new faces lately.
Do such things often?
Not really, but they're becoming more frequent now. This man has had quite the shock. Could you...
Hello, Vian?
That must be Robin.
Huh? Robin?
Misha's about to take us to her to...
We met some stowaways in the I heard that places like Dreamflux Reef are scattered throughout. I also heard that when Dreamflux Reef took shape, it was the center of all dreamscapes in Penacony.
If that's true, it's no...
Himeko must be gathering...
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor.
This is where we split up. She can't be...
So that's how it is.
Himeko, here they...
Ah, perfect timing. Now that everyone's here, I'd like to introduce everyone.
It's a pleasure.
You know?
I've been keeping an eye on you since the day you arrived in Penacony. Please, allow me...
Grave?
Life in Dreamflux Reef is pretty liberating. Everyone here mostly...
You're too modest, Micah. When lost dream chasers stumble upon this place, you're the one who...
So,
what?
On that note, Mr. Mika,
They're actually just symbolic stones. But since you're curious, but before that, you have an
important guest? Who could it be?
This way, please. The roads here in Dreamflux Reef are a bit run down, so watch your step. There she is.
Everyone's saying so what?
Oh, I can't thank you enough, Robin.
It was nothing, Grace. I merely taught them life must be quite difficult.
That's right.
Whenever it's time to say goodbye to these kids, they're reluctant to leave. But I've explored...
It seems Emma and Andy are orphans I took under my wing. Carol there with her blind eye. If we compare people to birds, these kids are like fledgling. And me, an old lady with no...
I'm glad that you found a new life.
Don't worry, Robin. Dreams have their... But you know what? Emma and Gary aren't plagued by their... You see, in dreams, we learn how to live.
And should our feathers be damaged, there's no need to covet an illusory...
It's a relief to see you safe.
It's nice to see you all again, Astral Express crew.
Since you're here, can we
Ever since I returned to Penacony, my voice started to change. Until it gradually faded away, but now it seems... the root of the problem goes way beyond...
The sweet dreams collapse.
While I was away from Penacony, the boundaries of the 12 dreamscapes kept expanding outward. Whenever I mentioned the... Later, I discovered the secret letters from the IPC ambassador, which further convinced me the land of the exiles, concealed by the family under the guise of death.
Hearing you speak, it's...
I hate to admit it, but it's regrettable. But the family has experienced betrayal. The traitor... This is not the strong defending the weak, but rather the strong exploiting the weak.
Could there be another force influencing the family? Considering what happened with Acheron, it's difficult to conceive.
I'd heard about what happened to the Cienjo Alliance. Regardless, I cannot accept my home is moving towards the... I must uncover the reason why Mikhail cut ties with the family. And who exactly it was who betrayed us. I've decided to forgo my role and never step foot on the Charmony...
Look here, brother. A little bird.
Looks like a fledgling, but Charmony doves don't live here.
It looks weak and frail.
This place is too dangerous for a fledgling.
Okay.
I'll ask the...
A cage?
Let's see. What is it that... Oh, Paul.
I do.
Why?
Even if it's small and not fully feathered. And birds.
That's quite the room.
I think she's right. But if we leave it out in the...
Ah, I see. It seems our little... As you probably know, Charmony doves can fly through the air. When they fly we've seen this spectacle so many times. Their ancestors were too weak to... After countless attempts.
So, you mean...
Well, that's an idealistic...
I think people believe birds are meant to fly because...
That's an interesting perspective.
For now, I'll keep...
Well said.
We will take good care...
Yeah.
And what might that...
What if this little... should we let them go back to this...
Talking in your sleep, Birdie? You look a little Yeah.
Where is Robin?
I knew that was going to be the first thing. Don't worry, your sister is here, safe. If I were you, I'd be more worried about myself. After all...
If you wanted to kill me, you wouldn't give me the chance to speak. Just...
So, you figured out who I am, huh? No wonder you had...
Choice.
You are aware of my plan, and see through my I'm suggesting we cooperate.
Cooperate? What?
The fact that the famous Robin has chosen my side. Plus, some clues.
I find it hard to believe a man...
Fine. You don't have to trust me. The sense of justice inside...
Show me, Robin.
All right. As you...
Huh?
What's your trick this time?
Just kidding.
And the crew, too. There are too many people who you owe.
That'd be great.
This is the monument I mentioned earlier. The names inscribed on it should be familiar to all of you.
Rosalina and Tiernan.
When Penacony was known as a frontier prison, it was the Trailblazers who connected it with the stars. They were the heroes who saved Astana. However, today, the planet of
Their names are inscribed here.
According to Micah, they died.
Rosalina was killed during the War of Independence. She ventured alone into the heart of the star system to investigate the flow of Memoria, but she never returned. Tiernan was a skilled gunslinger, strong and reliable. He led the people through countless battles, but he didn't live long enough to witness the arrival of true peace. In the decade following the war, Penacony faced challenges internal and external. To protect Astana, Tiernan picked up the way of the Trailblaze again, and led the Letmoth family to explore beyond the system, only to be surrounded and wiped out by the swarm.
Though I had expected as much, the tales of these heroes truly are sorrowful.
True to the title of Trailblazer, they spent their lives venturing into the unknown. But what about this tablet? There are no names carved on it.
When Dreamflux Reef was created, its owner was still alive. However, he insisted on erecting a monument for himself, saying that it will happen someday. Here we meet again. Everyone from the Astral Express.
Robin.
Wonder what's inside.
I remember when this place was all hustling.
this rate, the family will be done for. Done for.
I knew you couldn't hold your liquor. Tried to warn you too.
Brother,
There's no need for words.
brother,
There's no need for words.
I brought Gallagher here.
I promised to give the siblings some privacy.
That sounds sensible enough. Since you went through the trouble of gathering the family head,
Oh? Is it that obvious?
The look on your face is
Your siblings already know what they need to, and they've made their choice. Before we begin, let me reintroduce myself. As Gallagher, the history fictionologist, I humbly extend my greetings to you all.
history fictionologist.
Well, don't worry. Almost everything I
double-checked with Micah, and everything he said about the family, the watchmaker, and Mikhail is true.
Thank you for your understanding. Now let's get down to business. I'm sure you're all wondering why I went through the well, it all boils down to
the Stellaron. But how is that possible?
You're totally correct. How keen. Well, what should I say? I expected nothing less from the person here who is... The sweet dream doesn't come out of thin air. If you think of the memory zone as the sea, creating the land to achieve this feat without the help of an emanator, and that's not something you can achieve with a simple wish. It requires vast quantities of knowledge. In Azdana, the planet of festivities,
The planet?
it all started a long time ago. Back when the Watchmaker and his crew liberated the frontier prison. They faced countless challenges as they began. The Stellaron first entered the Azdana system during the war. The Nameless warned everyone against. The turning point came after Tiernan's death. With two of the Nameless gone, the Watchmaker had to go to the front lines. By the time a representative from the Montour system's family arrived, the Watchmaker's call.
And I suppose the family...
Not just that. They knew far more about the Stellaron than the average person. They helped Mikhail swiftly quell. So those three eras were known as the Age of Dreaming. The Watchmaker.
Then...
Remember the island in the ocean metaphor? The truth is, the Stellaron was never truly sealed. It exhibits people's lives. The opulent dream is built upon the decay of spirits, with a toxic elixir called pleasure flowing through the dreamscape. It tempts people. Confusion, laziness. Sadly, we realized this far too late. By then, the family... At my wit's end, I had to use the power of the Enigmata, and sought refuge in this chaos dormancy. That's its real name. We exploited a loophole. You see, regular people can't fall asleep again while they are inside the dreamscape.
So this is the true meaning of the impossible. You sent out invitations in the Watchmaker's name to find...
It's not just that. Above all, I wanted to see what happens when the major factions engage in a struggle for the legacy.
So, the legacy...
If you want to consider this...
If that's the case...
That's a question for Mr. Wings. The Stellaron is still under the family's control, and as the head...